The following is for mature audiences. Listener discretion is advised. See the description for details.
Hey, you're listening to Tales of Yavon, 2 D&D tables, 1 shared world. I'm Sarah, DM of the Pirate Table.
And I'm Micah, DM of the Empire Table.
This episode is with the Pirate Table. Let's meet the players. In the world of Yavon, far from the gilded, filigree mysteries of the Northern Empire, lies in wait the troubled, churning waters of Valinamir. Ensconced within its wild, untamable mass is a cluster of islands, both big and small, that the locals, over the centuries, have unceremoniously dubbed the Southern Isles, for simplicity's sake. This is the place where fun happens, okay? There is no great recorded history. There is word of mouth. There is who has managed to bag the biggest monster and what even bigger monster got away. You know, it is the tale of the biggest fish in the ocean. It is what have you fought? Who have you fucked? What is going down?
I've got some stories. Not just fun.
Yes, sir. But in the crown jewel of the Pirate Isles, and that's what it's known colloquially as, lies Kura Kura. It is the center of this covenant line. It is the main point of contact, so where every faction can come in and get a drink, and nobody's going to stab somebody over whatever happened out in deeper water. This is the place where light treaties can be made, friends can be had, and then once you pass a certain point, it's business. But right here and now, this is, again, like a crown gem. Colorful, spiraling out into very odd shapes and sizes. Nothing here is uniform. Nothing here matches each other in any way, shape, or form. There are ramshackle houses right next to huge pagodas. You've got a mix of architecture from all sorts of places, like Viking masonry mixed with adobe walls. You have a huge amalgamation of all these other cultures that nobody's for sure where their origin comes from. Everything's too split apart, too broken, but they know it comes from somewhere. And there is a certain respect here in the brickwork that people here like to say matters more than all of the fine artistry that any of the northern people like to boast about. The camera view comes down upon a ship. It is a merchant ship, a privateer. It comes into port. One of the few people who can go to the Empire's port to Kura Kura and back. This is the Westland Trading Company's vessel. And on it, Beth, would you please describe your character?
Hey everyone, I'm Beth. I'm playing Faelin the Owlin artificer. Faelin, she is owl. She is not very tall at all. She is small enough to fly. She comes from Empire, learned there among several merchants. She travels frequently with her father, who is currently missing. She's on hunt for him, not because she is worried about his dumb ass, but because it frustrates her that she cannot find him. She is tan of feather, short, wears blue frequently. It is her favorite color. And she makes things. Very many things.
Hell yeah. This is a pretty big ship. We're talking, it's about like 40 to 50 crew on the ship. It is a huge merchant ship. But whereabouts would Faelin be hanging out as we're pulling into port?
By the guardrails, right next to the ramp. She is ready to disband from the ship. It's not what she needs at the moment. She needs something bigger, something going farther into the water. And so she's ready to leave as quickly as possible.
Hell yeah. As you're pulling in, one of the cabin boys, he's been basically your point of contact on the ship. He's not really allowed to do anything real except observe and on a few occasions talk to passengers. You're the only passenger who's been on this ship. They're transporting something else. I'm imagining. Have you been curious at all about what's going on the ship?
Not very. She's given everyone a cursory glance, but she's pretty focused on her own goals.
Hell yeah. So he comes up, flailing, slipping in freshly washed deck, and goes, wait a second, Miss Faelin.
Yes, small child. What do you want?
From the captain, thank you for using our services. And here is, and he pats down his pockets, goes, oh no. Shit. No, here it is. And he pulls out a little glass bottle of black ink and hands it to you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the help, child. Be on your way now. You have icky fingerprints and things that I don't want on my items.
There was more to the message. Okay.
What do you want?
No, just thank you for using
Yes, you said
our,
that.
our services. And also, if you use our... Oh, fuck, I forgot. And then he just turns and books it the other direction. He's just gone.
I was going to pay you, but sure.
He runs a few steps, slams down, eats shit, gets back up, scrambles away, and he keeps going. You see one of the other more in charge people kind of walks over and goes, all right, look, it's a thing the captain does. It's some sort of spell ink. You're a wizard, right? And you can use it and just remember us in the future. Oh, and I heard you were looking for your Dahi's the inventor, right?
Oh, yes, very much so.
Aye. Well, Captain was wanting to hire him for a job, so if you find him, come back our way.
Will do. Here you go. And she hands him some coins.
Yes. Please tell me you don't expect me to give it to that little kid.
I have to pay for my ride, no?
You already pay. Yep, thank you. He just turns and walks away.
Oh no, Beth. Oh no.
She's paying for secrecy.
She's paying for secret.
Sure.
Fantastic. Now, having paid multiple times over, if you think about it.
I'm not thinking about it. Go ahead.
Hell yeah. They're pulling into port, but there's nothing that's keeping you here. So would Faelin wait until you officially docked, or does she have everything on her and ready to go? What would she do?
She does have her sling already over her shoulder. She did not bring much. She doesn't need much.
Hell yeah.
She, as soon as that board is down, she's floating down to it.
Hell yeah. So they pull in. The process of docking takes a little bit. But once they get that full ramp down, you are able to bustle on in. It is loud and rowdy from the get-go. This is a very bustling port. This is the more public port. There are spots all over the island. And from what little you know of Kura Kura, it's pretty busy and it's pretty large, and there are lots of little smaller islands that everybody can kind of mount in on depending on where they're coming from. So so you're free to go where you please. Is there anything in particular you'd be looking for?
She is looking for a bigger, better ship. So she's probably going to go to the message board or the local tavern, visit both, looking for that.
Hell yeah. There is a giant board around this dock. The wood is kind of warped. It's almost like driftwood that they just kind of casually planked up there. But even no rule necessary, even just coming up to it, you can feel a kind of inherent magic to it. And as you're watching, instead of pieces of paper tacked up on the board, there is just a huge expanse of wood kind of towering over, and almost like an invisible knife is carving it, messages are being carved into the wood. And then as certain people come up and place a hand against it, they wash away and a piece of paper is given. So this seems like a kind of a quest board and also a news board, but in huge letters up top, it says meeting at noon in the plaza. And as you have pulled up, it is about 30 minutes before noon.
Okay. Is this going to be like right next to the beach? Like, is this just on the planks, or?
Yeah.
Meeting?
There's actually, you look to the side and there is, in fact, kind of a little ways over, tacked up, not with any sort of magic. There is a piece of paper on this and it's barely tacked up and is very wind worn and kind of threadbare, is a "you are here" kind of map of Kura Kura. And there are lots of ink splotches. And as you look there, there's a ton of little dicks drawn everywhere. And it seems that this is the place where people have been able to let their creative juices flow. And
Wow.
and you can see there's a small path leading forward that the kind of center of the island has what looks like a kind of plaza-ish place. So it is probably in that direction. You're going to hit quite a few places as you go spiraling further in, or you can hop over and jump. But that is about where this seems to be taking place.
Okay. She's gonna lean a little closer, look at the map, see if she notices anything weird before she heads off, other than the dicks. She's just kind of like judging the map. This is shoddy work. I could have made it so much better. And then she's heading towards the plaza.
Oh, hey, if you want to dig in further, go ahead and make the investigation check. First roll of the game. See what you can
If you
find.
want to draw a dick, draw a dick.
Yeah, bro. You got some ink. Let's go.
That is a 22.
22. Okay. Yeah, fantastic. You've pretty much gotten what you can get from this, and that, yeah, this is some shoddy, quick slapdash work over here. The dicks seem to be drawn by multiple different hands. This is a community's art piece, essentially. But there is like a little symbol in the bottom right corner of the map maker. And it's a little wonky, but with a 22, you can make out it looks like a tiny little crab in a square. Like it looks like that's what someone's trying to make it look like, but it's just kind of scribbly. It's like a shaky hand has made this. But yeah, that is their little call sign. So somebody with a little crab for a maker's mark has made this little thing in the town square, and it still remained standing despite being thoroughly defaced. So there might be something to that. I don't know.
Noted. Does
yeah.
she run into anything on her way to the plaza?
She might. As you walk away, we kind of zoom up into the sun, and as it twinkles, it flashes into a glint of light on a bar flask, and we are suddenly in a tavern. There is mead a-flowing. There are many people yelling and jostling each other. There's a cacophony of noise. The floor is just fantastically sticky. And in the corner, with some tunage going, John, will you please describe your character?
Hi, my name is John, and I am playing the sea elf bard known as Thal. As you look over, you see a very simple blue-skinned sea elf. Dark brown, almost black, kind of shoulder-length hair, bushled off to the side as he's kind of jumping back and forth on stage, lute in hand, playing some jams. There is trouble with the forest, there is trouble in the sea. There's trouble, but the forest calls once for me. And as he sings, he kind of does a shanty and glances over at the barmaid, fairest one that he can find, and shoots her over a wink.
Okay, fantastic. First off, give me a performance check. How is the tunage tonight?
That is, you said performance?
Performance.
That is a 17.
17. Okay. It may be just before noon, but the drinks have been flowing and everybody is super into it. Like, you've got some sailors up here slow dancing over on the side. You got some people just kind of mosh pitting in the middle, like, yes! Go ahead for the barmaid in particular. You roll me just a straight up charisma check. Yeah, go ahead.
Ooh, okay. So that is a 23.
23? Oh, yeah. You tell me. You hit that already?
So I walk up and so a fantastic performance like that one, I estimate that gets me some free drinks. What do you say?
Oh, absolutely. What you'll be having?
Whatever you got finest on tap, fair maiden. I gotta keep these windpipes loose. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I know exactly what you're talking about. And she goes back. She pops down a bottle of something pretty nice. It's got a seashell kind of insignia on it and a little bit of gilded gold on top that she cracks open. She goes ahead and gives you the whole bottle.
Quickly, as she's turned around, kind of fishing around, looking for the bottle, can I kind of look around, like on the other side of the cupboard? Can I see anything that's like easily snaggable?
Okay. So you're just doing a quick look over while her back is turned.
Yeah, just like over the counter. Something
Give me a
that
perception
I can quickly get.
In the crown jewel for 10 minutes and he's already breaking the rules. This is awesome.
So
Hell yeah.
you said that is perception.
Mm-hmm.
That is a so that is a 19.
That's a 19. Okay. You see 3 things. First off, nearby, it looks like a few bits of loose coin. Maybe just some tips that got put down that haven't been put into the tip jar or put into the actual, like, thing that I can't think of the name of.
The thing that would be a register nowadays,
yes.
but that somehow had a name back in the day.
Exactly. Thank
100%.
you. That thing. Yeah, they're not in that thing. They're just loose on it seems to be like 3 silver and a copper. So it's not much, but there is a little bit there. It's easily snaggable. A little bit further down seems to be a well-worn, kind of scuffed-looking book, but it has a feather in it to mark as a bookmark, and it looks like she's been maybe reading it in between on her shift.
Okay.
You can't see the title from here. That would require a little bit more, but because it's face down. But there is a little book there, and then at the bottom there is a jug. It looks kind of nondescript, but it also looks pretty full.
Okay, I'm going to quickly go for the jug as stealthily as I can.
Hell yeah. Okay. Okay. So you were trying to steal this thing and you're trying to be stealthy about it.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll me stealth.
Oh, that's not as good. That is a 13.
Okay. So you reach down. As you're bent over, kind of about to reach for the jug, you hear a kind of cough behind you.
Oh, what the heck? This isn't my jug. As I kind of lay it back down and then sit back in my seat and kind of glance off.
A hand a little bit lower than you might have been expecting kind of tugs on your shirt. What are you wearing, by the way? What do you got?
So Thal has just simple brown pants, kind of off to the side. He also has like a kind of flowy white shirt that's opened at the top, just kind of casual old money vibes, but very much dirty. Been wearing the same clothes for a while, it seems.
Hell yeah. Okay. So she reaches up on your pant leg and kind of tugs on it a little bit.
Huh? Hey, what's up? What you got going on?
You see a tiny little gnome girl reach up and she holds up a flower and goes, I like your singing voice.
Oh, well, thank you very much, little lady. And he'll reach down and grab the flower and he'll use minor illusion to like temporarily make the flower golden. And as it's golden, he'll say, it's just as perfect as you, little lady. And I'll put it behind her ear, and then I'll turn around and push her out of the way. And as he kind of puts his arm back on the bar, trying to be like as cool as possible, he'll look back at the barmaid. What kind of tavern is this? You're letting this little girl in here?
She turns around. She has that nice fancy bottle in hand. She comes back over, places it on the table, and goes, "Oh, that's Louisa. Everyone knows her."
Well, if they ain't got no problems, I don't.
Where do you think you are?
And Thal will kind of turn back around, take his bottle, and pour himself a couple of shots onto the bar.
Hell yeah. She stacks up the glasses, gets them all ready. Yeah.
All right, and Thal just downs them all periodically.
As you are getting sloshed, you hear a commotion from the front. No roll necessary. You can just kind of hear, because they're being pretty loud. It's two pirates basically going back and forth, kind of, no, I don't think it's going to work. Yeah, it's absolutely going to work. And there's rumors, kind of a buzz, that the Onsomikumu have a pretty big announcement to make. And it's about to happen soon. So people are getting up and they're like leaving as they're heading towards wherever this is going to take place.
As I kind of hear them conversating over there at the other table, I will grab my bottle, grab just a shot glass, and then kind of shuffle my way over. Or I'll grab. You said there was two people at the table talking, two pirates.
Yeah, two pirates.
I'll grab 2 extra shot glasses, one of my many that I just took a shot out of, and I'll kind of shuffle over to them and casually sit down. Hey, what's up, guys? I figure we get in this conversation together. You know what I'm saying? So what's going down? And I'll pour all 3 of us a shot.
The vibe before and after you pour that shot, night and day. You sit down and the two of them turn to look at you. And the second you start pouring your own bottle, they go, "Hey, welcome. Come on, sit down. What were we talking about?
Y'all were saying that something wasn't going to happen. Yeah, what you talking about, friend?
Yeah, Greg over here. He thinks that the Onsomikumo, whatever they're called, is gonna do something with ships. No, I don't. And he knocks that shot back down.
Mazel tov, and he'll do it too.
Hell yeah, he clinks his with yours, knocks it back, and goes, I don't think it's gonna happen. And the other guy goes, look, it's absolutely gonna happen. Okay? Look, you seem like a smart lad. You and the other one. And he's just looking between you and empty air. And I'm telling you, you don't fuck with the shadow monks, right? Nobody fucks with the shadow monks. They're doing something that's going to make people want to fuck with them. And I'm telling you, it has to do with ships.
It has to do with ships. That seems very, very vague. You don't have anything else, friend?
Go ahead and roll persuasion, just to see if your sheer charisma can get his brain to start working again.
And I'll kind of reach over the table and grab both shot glasses again as I fill another round.
Oh, that's going to help.
I'll slide back. Okay, so that is, you said persuasion? Mm-hmm. Okay, so that is a 18.
Nice. Against all odds, he stares into your, what color eyes do you have?
So he would have dark brown eyes.
Dark brown? Okay. He stares, and as that warm brown turns into chocolate, turns into olive, and he's just going on a vision quest. You hit him with a wink, and he goes, yeah, starts twirling his beard hair in one hand. Yeah, no, it's, look.
Okay, big boy.
He fans himself a little bit. Okay, you didn't hear it from me, right? But I heard it from my friend, who's a friend of the first mate of the Painted Ladies, right?
Really?
And they think, okay, that the Onsomikumo are going to try their hand at actually, what's the word? I forget the word. Greg is face down on the desk. He's gone.
And I'll kind of grab his shot and slide it back over to me as I down his as well.
Absolutely. Go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw.
I was about to ask when that's going to happen.
Yeah, I wanted to see how far I could push it.
Have fun with disadvantage.
You said Constitution?
Yes.
That's a 9.
You're having a hard time
Okay.
focusing
Okay.
on him, and you're hearing the words, but they're you sat down and there were 2 of them, right? Not 4? You're pretty sure. No, maybe there were 3.
I'm doing the math on my fingers.
Yep. You hear as if through an echo, him say, I think they're going to be sponsoring ships. And if they get into the game, that changes everything.
Changes everything, you say? I bet it would. I bet they're hiring.
Oh shit! Do you think that that's what's good? Yeah. Fuck! I'm so drunk.
That's exactly what I think. And as I look down at the bottle, how much more do I have left?
You have, at this point, I'm gonna say you have like 3/4 left, and that's being generous.
And he kind of shows the other guy. And I pour another round.
You pour another round. Do you pour one for the dude who's gone as well, just in his honor?
I think about it, and then I just stop, and I save the shot.
I don't like that guy. Yeah. Cheers. Aye. He knocks it back. Let me go ahead and just for fun. He knocks it back, and as he's knocking it back, he's knocked out, and he follows through with the motion and just slams backwards off of his chair, and he is just on the floor.
Wimp. Oh my God. And as I stand up, I kind of stumble and almost fall over. I catch myself and steady myself. Well, straighten myself out, and I'll grab my loot that I had on the seat next to me.
Hell yeah. Go ahead and make me a perception check. At disadvantage, actually, because yeah.
Damn you.
I have all the power now. It's so great.
Perception, you said?
Yes.
That is a 6.
Is a 6? Yep. Loot's great. Let's go.
All right. Yep.
Hell yeah.
Gonna go ahead and start walking my way back up to the stage per usual. Or actually, before I go, you happen to know where this whole shindig's going down?
Who are you asking?
I'm asking the guy that I was just talking to at the...
He is dead.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He passed out.
The only one still here is the barmaid from earlier, and she's cleaning because everyone is cleared out by this point. It is unusually empty at this time of day.
Unusually empty, you say?
Yep.
Unconscious patrons, you say?
And a barmaid behind the counter.
So as I look around, I don't see anybody nearby.
There's like 3 people nearby right now. You just don't see them.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead and make me
empty.
a perception check. You're actively looking. The free one, I was at disadvantage, but you're actively looking. I'll let you do it just normally.
Oh, that worked out beautifully. That's a 28.
A 28 perception check? What did you roll, dude?
Or no, that's 26.
Okay, still, what did you roll? I'm so curious.
So that's
19 plus a whole bunch of shit? Okay,
one second.
Yeah.
No, I'm looking at the wrong P. I'm looking at performance. So that's a 19 plus 4, so still 23.
Okay. I was about to be like, what?
Yeah, no, nothing's ever getting... We got to get this guy drunk all the time or I'm
100%.
fucked.
100%.
No, amazing. Okay. A quick sweep of the room turns into 2, and as your kind of vision starts fixing itself a tiny bit, just because of how long you're looking around, you can see the barmaid has absolutely, she looks like she's observing everybody because her glasses are glinting in the sunlight. She's holding them up a certain way, but you can actually tell her lips are moving. She's reading her book under the table. So she's not paying a bit of attention. And these 2 guys here, knocked out. However, hiding in the corner under the stairs like a little creepazoid is that same gnome girl, Louisa, and she's just staring outward. Crouched down like a freak.
Okay.
The details Sarah's adding, like a freak.
Damn. I hate when they have a camera. No, I'm just playing.
She's looking at everything, but it's up to your best judgment, dude, but she caught you earlier and she gave you a flower. So she may not be playing with a full deck.
100%. I'm going to think about it long and hard, and then I'm going to proceed back on up to the stage.
All right. What do you do at the stage?
So as I go back up, kind of thinking about the conversation I just had with the pirates, I kind of make my way back up to the stage and begin to loot again. And as I begin to shred my loot, another tune comes to me. In the mountains, there are windows. Well, wait. Let me rewind that. I haven't had enough to drink yet. In the mountain, there are winds. They're blowing harder than the sea. And as I kind of bellow off, I continue to loot my way through.
To an empty room.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I'm committed to the craft.
Hell yeah. Okay. Sure. As your notes echo throughout the empty chamber and slowly through the door, we pan out and into what looks to be the least colorful place so far. Everything so far has had so much vibrancy to it that white walls and a calming kind of blue tone to it is a little jarring, actually. And inside is a older gnome woman with curly blonde hair pulled up into a bun, who is visibly just very, very harassed. Almost as a personality trait, she's flustered and already done with everything. And as she's looking through her ledger, she looks up and, Micah, would you please describe your character?
Hi, my name is Micah, and I am playing William Edgar de Plume, the swashbuckling rogue elf. William Edgar de Plume is a tall elven gentleman with fantastic pencil mustache and dark auburn hair that goes down to his shoulders with a streak of platinum blonde that twists towards the front. He's got a little bit of a paler orange complexion to him, and he wears very nice clothes. He's got a rather refined blue tailcoat coat on with silver buttons, but very well worn and with sea salt all crusted onto the shoulders, and the shoulders themselves seem to be a little bit sun bleached as he steps in, looks at the gnomish woman. Gnomish, right?
Yes.
Okay. Hello, love.
No.
A bright spot in an otherwise rather drab.
Oh, damn it. Not again.
You love me.
I love you. And she looks up as if begging something to interfere.
I'm going to reach into my coat pocket and pull out what I would imagine is quite a delicacy, a slab of chocolate. Set it down on her counter and says, "Now don't think I didn't come without gifts."
Her nose twitches once, twice. And betraying her, her eyes flicker down and go, God damn it. What do you want?
Have there been any sightings of her?
Let me look. And she goes ahead and she swipes that chocolate lightning fast into the pocket of her own coat. She goes through ledgers, filtering through pages, and goes, no, like most things, and you've probably heard, we've not seen them in some time.
Ah, I see.
Things are weird out there.
The last crew, I'll have a little bit of a mischievous smile that comes across my face. I say, well, as you can imagine, they're indisposed now. I pick up on things, scuttlebutt. And this time around, instead of playing around with chocolate, I'm just going to pull out a gold piece and slide it on the table. What's going on?
She looks at it, really looks at it, brings it in real close, eyes you, and just bites on it real quick. Damn it, I was hoping it was a chocolate one. And she tucks it away too. Look, rumors you've heard are probably true. Yes, Owlin and Kuma are about to sponsor 4 ships.
4 ships.
We got a brigantine, we got 2 manibals and one tiny little fucker that's spoken for, so.
I don't need to step on toes. How disposable are these crew?
Look, the Owlin really, really want this to work. So the big three, they're going to be looking for some real fuckers. But, all right, fourth one, the tiny little shit stain, it's spoken for, but only by a captain that nobody wants to fly under. So if you can bring me at least like 2 to 4 people, I can probably slide you in. But you have to have them by sundown. But you get nothing.
This is Kura Kura. There are always green faces new to the sea.
You slimy little shit weasel. Get the fuck out. And come back with more chocolate next time.
Reach back into my pocket, pull out one more square. This was supposed to be mine. But I know you love me. And I'll slide it on the table and walk out.
She waits until you're fully gone, and you don't see it, but you know. She swiped that up and went, yes, fuck yes. And she just went to town on that shit. You can hear the wrappers from within just getting demolished. As you step out into the sea briny air, there is a kind of hub and hum of activity that you've been to Kura Kura many times. This is kind of new. There's an electricity to the air that you're used to, but more. Like the winds are changing. And as you step out, there is a lot of people shuffling around, a big massive movement heading towards what you know is the center of the plaza. And as you're contemplating whether or not to join that crowd and hear the announcement that you're pretty sure you already know what it is, there is a large splash to your right along the beach. Because this is the small hut that the Onsomikumo's kind of designated in-between stays at on this island. And it's a little bit out of the way because, like the Onsomikumo, they're not taking up the spotlight too often. So you're kind of near a smaller portion of beach. So it's easy for you to hear the big splash as a small body, just absolutely drenched in water, gets thrown. You don't see it, but you hear it onto the shore. Amanda, will you please describe your character?
Hi, this is Amanda. I am playing the Goblin warlock, Morwenna. So Morwenna is a sea wench. She's a small little goblin. She's a warlock. She has a black cloak on. She's very monotone. She doesn't, you're not going to get too much out of her. And yeah, she's just there. She's just existing at this moment, lifting herself up. And what does she see when she looks around after she, pretty much hits the...
Yeah, Morwenna,
Sure.
you have had the day from hell. You have had probably the worst day in your life just happen. And for an unknown amount of time, you have been in the water, just thrown around like a rag doll. And now, as if nothing, you've just kind of been scooped up and tossed onto shore. You look up and you see a small little nondescript kind of hut. Lots of sand. What looks like the beginnings of a road that kind of lead upward, a big bustling cityscape for what seems to be a relatively small island, and a man.
Sir, did you happen to see which direction I popped out of the ocean by chance?
What a curious question. Would I have seen that?
No, you were facing the direction. You heard it, and that's when you turned and saw her sitting there like a wet cat.
I will step closer, but still kind of out of arm's reach, and kind of just survey up and down both my hands on a hilt of a sword on either side, kind of propped up. Where did you come from?
At this point, your guess is as good as mine, so I'll take that as a no.
Very well. You do look like someone that could perhaps use a purpose, perhaps, or a job.
What kind of job?
This is Kura Kura, dear. A sailing job, of course. I believe, and I'll kind of point to where the other people are starting to head towards. There's an announcement about to be made if you'd like to accompany me.
Well, I didn't hit rock bottom. I definitely hit something. Why not? Let's go.
I will, once she gets close enough to me and I've kind of surveyed that there's no real threat, put out a hand with like 3 different rings on it. William Edgar de Plume, at your service.
And Morwenna's gonna like awkwardly reach out her arm and grab like one finger and just and then like take it back and be like wipe it on the side of her clothes.
You wipe the wet hand you just shook his hand with on your wet clothes.
Yes.
Love it.
I'm going to look at that and be like...
Re-wet it.
yeah, it's too dry. Get rid.
You're like, oh dear. My hand away.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I guess I will... I'll be a little leery around any big group. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to do my best to lead Morwenna towards the announcement without attracting any looks my way.
Okay, fantastic. I will give you this choice then. Being so familiar with Kura Kura, would you like to make a survival check to try to find an out-of-the-way place to observe without really being seen? Or would you like to kind of mingle distantly from the crowd but still be kind of on the level and just be a little far outside of it and give me a stealth to try and keep attention away from yourself?
I'll do the stealth.
Stealth? All right, go ahead.
That is going to be a 25.
Hell yeah. What do you are so well traveled here, and this path is so well tread that it is easy to slip between and away from a bunch of pirates who are probably almost likely a certain level of drunk and headed straight into what is the biggest event in months, maybe years. So it's no problem. What do you do to make sure you don't lose Morwenna?
I will, I suppose, just lean back and wave to follow. And as I'm doing that and walking past pirates, I'm going to just tap them on shoulders and quickly dodge around as they look the wrong way. Maybe one is in front of me and I give a slight whistle to them and they start looking around and I take advantage of that and just slowly weave kind of like a needle through a tapestry towards the center or more the outskirts really of the announcement.
Hell yeah, rogue.
Hell yeah. Morwenna, this is a pretty impressive display of skill that you've never seen before, of such a big group of people losing sight of a pretty tall, eye-catching guy. I mean, this is kind of wild. And you have the feeling that if he didn't want you to see him, you would no longer know where he is. But you can choose to follow him if you'd like.
Man, can you like slow down? Slow down. I'm not used to these sea legs, you know. I just came out the ocean. I'm coming. Why do you keep tapping on everybody's shoulder, man?
Okay, so if you're gonna do all of this while we're walking through, I'm gonna give up the act halfway through. But you're gonna immediately see my body tense up, my hand go to either sword in a would-be casual stance. I'm sorry, my dear. this way. And I'm just going to take the looks as they come and kind of stomp through, I guess, now that my suave display has been ruined by commentary behind me.
Such a smooth operator. And that did just happen.
She's trying to keep up behind, just tailing, doing the short person run.
Tell me, Morwenna, would you be paying any attention to what the other people around you are kind of like talking about or doing? Or are you just focused on trying to stick with him?
Yeah, so while I'm like pretty much walking with him, I'm just like saying like comments like, what is everyone looking at? Has no one ever seen a green person? I've noticed I'm the only green person. Am I the only green one here?
Go ahead and give me a perception check. You can say out loud, am I the only green person here?
6.
6. At your height level, most people are taller. There's quite a few people about your size, but you are not seeing much green on any of the smaller people. You're seeing more green up taller and mostly in clothing. You do hear a time or two somebody whisper under their breath while looking at him, but you don't catch what they say. But you notice there's quite a few looks coming his direction that changed once he stopped hiding.
I think your friends are talking about you, guy.
Would I be hearing what they're saying?
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Oof.
And what's your passive perception?
It may not be much better for me. Passive is a 12.
Okay.
And that's not much better. It's a 10.
Got you. Okay. You definitely hear a lot of what you were kind of expecting to hear. There's some grim bills thrown in there. But you don't hear any specific accusations. You don't hear anybody sound pissed. You just hear the kind of general, of somebody who's like, wait, is that who I think it is? Nah, dude's not actually real. I'm pretty sure he is. You hear a little bit of that mixed in, but quite a few people seem mostly excited about what the fuck is about to happen.
All right. Yeah, I'll just turn my attention to that then.
Hell yeah. Faelin, as you're making your way through and you're getting closer and closer to the plaza, you hear what sounds like decently in tune and catchy music that's a little bit louder because the door's been opened. And as you kind of peer in, there's nobody in there except for one barmaid who seems to be like avidly looking, but from your vantage point, you can kind of see there's a book in one hand and there is one dude playing a lute, excuse me. There's one dude playing a lute by himself to no audience.
And it's, as you see him, that it's mid-guitar solo. I'm head banging, hair just flowing in the wind. Head banging as I just absolutely shred this lute.
How wild. No audience. What a freak. She's going to keep walking.
Keep walking? Hell yeah. You go, yeah.
Wait.
You spot that and you go, not today, Satan. And you walk away. You, Thal or Tal?
Thal.
Thal, you absolutely clock that someone peeked in, shook their head, and walked back out during your awesome fucking performance.
Without even missing a beat, still absolutely shredding the ukulele or the lute. I'm gonna look out the door. I'm gonna be like, that son of a bitch, and I'm gonna hop off the stage and then run out the door, chasing him, still playing my lute.
Faelin, the music's getting louder.
Can we see this?
Would you like to?
I kind of would.
Absolutely, then.
So Faelin like pauses for a second and her feathers start to stick up. She feels very watched, very approached.
Yep.
She's going to slowly swivel her head around. She is an owl person, so her head's just going to swivel by itself all the way around. See that this human Is he human?
No, I'm a blue skinned sea elf. So just
This blue-skinned creature with a lute is racing at her, still playing music.
as I turn the corner, just
Yeah, go ahead and give me another performance check just to see how rad this is. As you're
just
doing.
to see how rad this
Yeah.
is.
She is going to understandably freak out because what the fuck? And she is going to flap her wings once and then take off like a bird.
That is a soft 20.
Soft 20. As you fly away, he's not bad. Technically, his technical skill is actually surprisingly good. He's still trying to get closer, but you take off in the air. Morwenna, William, you see this little cute bird person get run up on by a blue guy with a lute just shredding, and she fully exorcist turns her head around, shakes and goes right up in the air away.
Is that behavior normal?
I'll lean down to get to Morwenna. Is it Morwenna?
Yes.
Morwenna's level and go, tourist. Perhaps useful, though. I'm going to immediately walk straight up to Thal.
And it's as he kind of is chasing, as she takes off, he does a power slide as he watches her go up and he finishes his solo and ding, kind of just holds out one hand and holds out the lute in the other.
Still riding that soft 20. The few pirates that are nearby who haven't fully gone into the circle yet turn around and go, that's pretty nice. That's pretty good.
And Thal, not missing a beat, will reach into his shirt and pull out a sack and just kind of hold it out for anybody that wants to tip.
That's going to require another persuasion.
Faelin will not go far. She wants to hear this meeting,
That's a
but
19.
she's going to be
Or
on a
wait.
building hiding behind a box.
Persuasion? Okay, so that's a
Persuasion.
21.
That's a 21.
That's a 21.
The two people who are closest by you kind of do that little thing of like, no, shit. One reaches in, finds something, and tosses it your way before running away pretty quickly, just pressured by the social convention to do so. The other person goes, yeah, no, it's really good. It's really good. They flick you a gold piece.
Gold, guys.
And as they come closer, you can kind of see their clothes are a little bit more updo, and there's lots of gold adornments on them before they give you a little salute and turn and walk away. The person who threw something at you, the first point, you know what? We're just above a 10, you get money. Below a 10, you get something else. You get a silver cord.
Let's go. Okay, so 1 silver, 1 gold.
Yep.
I'm writing that
Actually
down.
keeping track of that's hilarious.
I'm a greedy bitch.
I'm going to just look down at this sea elf on his knees, heaving great breaths, I'm assuming, in front of me with this bag outstretched, and go, would I be correct in assuming that you perhaps need a job?
You see that? And he'll kind of swoop his hair back and majestically kind of readjust himself as he instantly catches his breath. The job is the song, my brother. And he'll kind of look over at you and kind of tink, tink. You hear like the couple of coins that he just received rattle in this little sack.
Those are the only bits of money he's got in there.
Hey, buddy, I just walked up this entire hill with these small legs. Can you just answer the man?
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm so sorry, and I'll lower it down to her level and jingle it again. Huh? Huh?
Give me that. Give me that. Give it to me.
I'll pull it away. Put a hand on her, kind of like older sibling, keeping her away.
Faelin is watching from behind her box on the roof, and you know, the freak play kind of good, but he disaster. He's going to get robbed by that little tiny creature.
Yeah, job. Yeah, and I'm still kind of fighting her off with one hand. Yeah, job sounds good. Yeah, I'm down. I'm down to make some dough. This, if you can't tell, that was a lot for what I just got. So, yeah.
I'm going to flash you all a toothy grin and say, the gods do provide. I'll look up to see the small owl person, and if she's comfortable with it, kind of beckon for her to come down politely.
She's going to duck for a second, and you see like a feather like fly off and just like slowly twirl, and then she'll like be talking to herself. Like, well, I mean, if I did, then I would have a person to protect me, tall person, I guess. I don't know. And she's going to hesitantly pop back up and float down, hiding behind the big tall pirate.
And that would be me. Seeing her hide behind me, I will pluck the feather out of the air, look at it. Very fine plumage. William Edgar de Plume, at your service.
Faelin, thank you. Can I have that back? I could use it.
And I will give it back. No issue.
Pluck it, shove it in one of her very many pockets.
I don't believe I've seen your face here. Are you perhaps looking for a ship or a job?
Ship is exactly what I'm looking for. I'm on, you could call it adventure. I'm looking for something.
An adventure. Oh. Is this a quest or are you pursuing some sort of dream?
Dream, not so much. I make things. I'm looking for someone.
Well, a romantic does hope for a dreamer, but a quest I can help with nonetheless. I think we are in good company. Should we take a listen? I think it's about to begin.
She's gonna give everyone a side eye. She doesn't trust any of you people, but she's going to sidle kind of right at your hip, a little bit behind, so that the creature that was sprinting at her moments before can't see her as well.
And I'll kind of, I'll like use one hand to like pop my fingers on my chest, and then I'll stretch them out, and then just start playing some soft kind of background music as we're walking.
And then as he does that, I'm just going to casually slip out the bell from wherever he put that and take it with me. And then pay attention.
The bell?
Yes,
You mean the bag?
bell. You had a bell.
No, I had
What
a
were you
bag.
saying? Oh, it was a bag, not a bell?
Yeah, it was like a bag that I was trying to like beg for coins
The
for.
coins were
Oh,
jingling.
yeah. Can I take that? Can I roll to take that, please?
Go. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, I love it. All right. Let's see. Go ahead and make me a sleight of hand check.
Would he be distracted considering he's still drunk and playing his music?
No, of course not.
Bethany,
Absolutely
that
not.
is such a great point. Yes, he would.
How long does the drunk condition stay, Sarah?
Fuck every one of
See,
you.
until it stops being funny. No,
I'm an alcoholic, so it went away instantly. I haven't had a drink in the last 5 minutes, so I'm good.
the last 5 minutes, you chased an owl person down so they would appreciate your solo. If that's not drunk behavior, sir.
It's obliterate.
That's a regular day.
Go ahead and tell me, what is your passive perception?
Okay. 14.
14? Okay, go ahead and roll me perception with disadvantage.
Nice.
What did you roll?
A 12.
You rolled a 12? Okay.
It's an 11.
It's 11? Okay. Okay.
So the bag that I had, I mentioned that it only had the 2 coins in there. I had my secret stash, like in my stash. But it's up
Right.
to you how you want to rule that.
Oh, no. You said it. Hey, I even joked earlier, that's the only 2 coins you've got in that bag, and you said it was the only 2 that were jingling in there. So the gold and the silver on that bag are now yours.
Bastard.
You have a bag with a gold piece and a silver piece in it.
William, I just wanted to repay you, and then also, can I jump on your back? Because, I'm small. I can't see what everybody's looking at. Can I, jump on your shoulders, please? And I'll give you this whatever this is. You want this?
Very
Between
familiar looking bag. Just in your face 5 seconds ago.
Yeah, what are your 2 passive perceptions again? I'm going to keep asking that.
mine's 12.
12? Okay.
Mine's 16. Wait, 11. 11, sorry.
It's 11? Oh, God, I thought you said 16. I was like, woo! Okay.
I was looking at the wrong thing.
Got you. So is it meets it, beats it for a passive perception? As in, like, she would have succeeded?
I think the roll is the one that usually beats it. So for passive, I usually don't roll it. But in most cases, it's meets it beats.
Got you. So neither of you would have caught that she just stole this. But if you see the bag, it might be a little familiar to you, but if you don't care, you don't care.
I think between the sea elf running around playing music, the Owlin flying around, and then now a small goblin asking for uppies. William at this point is going to accept defeat, and he at this point is just going to say,
I'm the leader again.
how wonderfully overt. And I will go ahead and pick up Morwenna, put her on my shoulders. And at this point, admitting defeat, I'm going to take my last little bit of chocolate that I have, break it into 3 pieces, give a piece to Morwenna, give a piece to, what was Owlin's name? Faelin. I'm going to look over at Thal, and I'm going to eat the last piece myself.
And my background music will like just kind of slowly fade off, and instead of being like the high up tempo, like dun, 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 it just kind of fades off to dun 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 dun.
Motions on the harp strings. Fantastic. As you all turn towards the center, where the big hubbub was, there is now a big jostling and jarring of bodies as people fight to get up close. There's lots of movement, there's lots of loudness until dead silence rings out from one spot across the way. A figure, almost like, rather than seeing them, you see the effects of them as they, akin to your needle and threading earlier, step between shadows and carve a path through the rest until they slip into view. It is a tall, dark-skinned elven woman? Man? Neither? Both? You're not sure. They are bald, but have what looks like either dark ink tattoos or a very intricately shaved head full of swirls and sigils and other beautiful patterns to look at. They are wearing, opposed to everyone else, long dark tunic with black pants, lots of grays and purples and blacks. The only color is a purple, and it is barely there in the lining of their clothes. Everything else is made to blend in with the shadows. And it is as they walk through, and in a wave, everyone quiets down the second they're visible. They step forward, walk up towards a pretty giant statue of what looks like a pirate's pirate. Some faceless person with a sword, knee bent, resting on a rock, all of the pirate accoutrement. But rather than a face, there is no head. It's been cut off. And it's basically like just a flat surface that in the blink of an eye, this person has jump, and landed on top to stand above. They turn in a full circle to view everyone in the crowd. And despite making no eye contact, every single one of you feels like you've been clocked. And they say, "Welcome, one and all. You have heard correctly. The Gonsomi Kumo are sponsoring 4 ships. First come, first serve. We only want full crews. As many of you know, the waters have become dangerous, treacherous. Things are changing in the sea. Those of you who can demystify the strange will receive benefits beyond your wildest dreams. Those who join and fly under our banner receive our protection, our repairs, every boon you could possibly desire. Those of you who are from a different faction can leave said faction and join ours with no repercussions. At that, a lot of hubbub starts going around. There's lots of murmurs, there starts rising crescendo, and then she just shifts her weight, and everybody goes silent again. This has never been done before, but if you join with us, bring back a tithe, bring back answers, you will never need or want for anything ever again as long as you fly. For us. Everyone knows Marjorie, and as she waves a hand down, there is to you, William, a very familiar gnome woman who looks, if it's possible, even more harried than she did before, as she runs up to the front of the podium, statue-turned podium, and goes, "All right, you fuckers, single file line down at my office. If any one of you starts a problem, I'll kick you into the ocean myself. Come organized, come quietly, or I'll fucking kill you." And with that, she turns and everyone kind of shuffles to make room for her as she makes her jog back to her office down below. And as everyone turns back to see what the Onsumi Kumo member has to say, there's nobody there.
I believe that Marjorie is in the best mood I've ever seen her. We should go straight away.
You say that. There is a heartbeat and another. And then with a roar, the crowd turns and runs to chase after Marjorie, who you can hear wailing, "No, you fuckers!" as she is trying and failing to get to her office before them. She's about to be overrun.
I'm going to take off and run after them. Come on, guys, we can't dick around.
Phelan pauses for a second, and she's like, "Oh, shit." And then she's going to fluff up and jump onto Will's shoulder, his other shoulder. So now he's carrying two creatures.
Hey, there's only room for one up here.
You can share. It's fine. He's got very broad shoulders.
You're gonna have to pay the toll this time. I have nothing.
As I'm running, I'm playing like the most intense chase music ever.
Oh, you're Mad Maxing it with the yes. Hell yeah. Go ahead and roll me your performance check.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Let's see how this goes.
That is a 17.
You have pumped the crowd up that they are running faster.
It's going to try and play just worse. Fuck, I hate when that happens.
Oh my gosh. William,
Yes.
if you would like to, you may make me a survivor roll to see, again, because you know Kura Kura very well, if you know a faster way through.
Okay. I'm going to see. I don't know what my survival is, but we'll see how I do here. Okay. Yeah, I'll try.
Phelan's gonna lean over. "Hurry up, Finn. I need to go. We need to be on ship before other fuckers." And she's going to tap him on the head and give him guidance.
Give me guidance. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that will matter because I rolled a nat 1.
Oh,
Damn, you suck.
You roll a nat 1. And as you think you've maybe got a way through, you duck into a side alley and quickly discover it's a dead end and go, "Shit, that's right. They moved the buildings." And come back out to see that you've lost a lot of distance. But I will remind you, Marjorie did say nobody wants to sail under that mysterious captain who's already claimed the 4th ship.
I think I'd be resolved to want to be on the ship that nobody wants to be on. Mm-hmm. So I will call out to Thal, because I guess he's the one that booked it. Mm-hmm. We have sort of priority seating, so to speak. Not to worry about the line.
Oh, really? Okay, and I'll kind of slow down, and as I slow down, my music will kind of slow down in tempo. I like the fast pass. Fast pass sounds good to me, man.
Wonderful, as I try to drudge along with two creatures on either shoulder and do so in a way that still has any semblance of swagger to it.
Make me just a plain charisma check.
Can do that.
Faelin's gonna fully relax, tuck her head down beneath her. You know, this is kind of nice. You have good idea, Morwenna.
You do the little neck fluff up.
That is a 13.
That's a 13. Okay. Actually, that's not bad. You're not super smooth with it. But nobody's really paying you attention. The few people that do are too busy gawking at the other two, so you don't lose any street cred.
Well, wonderful. I'm going to like try to look and make eye contact with both of them with my bright green eyes, and realizing that it's too awkward. I'm just going to look straight ahead and be like, without gesturing either one, be like, so tell me, where do you hail from? Left shoulder.
Faelin will kind of like shiver. She had been falling asleep. Everywhere, basically.
A traveler. Do I get the air of the Empire on you?
Quite a bit, actually. That is where I was born.
I see.
Don't spend very much time there anymore.
Reminds me of my father. And you, Morwenna?
William, the only thing I care about is getting on that boat and then getting all them riches that lady was talking about, and also possibly one of their robes, because they were pretty cool.
Wonderful small talk. And I'll just continue to stride as a last-ditch effort, look over to Thal, let out a sigh. And what's your story, friend?
Hey, what's up, you dapper individual? And I'll continue to kind of play my lute as background music. Yeah, I noticed you, the only other distinguished gentleman here in our party. I am from the great kingdom under the sea. And I'll kind of trail off into like my backstory through song as I tell him about how basically my life sucked ass as like an underling of the crown under the water, and how I basically ran away from home at the earliest opportunity I could. And now I'm just kind of a burnout musician, but I'm going to make it sound really, really good through song.
I think
like Thal can do, but John cannot.
there would be like this line of me going from fake interested to sort of actually being interested, to at the very end of his story, kind of wondering in the back of my mind, he might be a bit too high profile. Should I be concerned? No, I'm sure it's fine. He doesn't seem to be too necessary to the undersea.
Yeah.
Necessary, yeah, that's strange. I'll kind of stop where I was at in my song. Yeah, necessary. Yeah, nobody ever said I was necessary, and then I'll just pick back up where I left off.
Oh my god! Yeah, Thal, how long would you have been here, basically? Because you've been hopping from ship to ship and everything, and Kura Kura, everyone's been kind of leading here for a while for this big, event thing. So would you have been here for a couple weeks, or just gotten in the day before? Or
I'd say at this point I've been kind of traveling around for a couple of weeks, hopping pub to pub, tavern to tavern, ship to ship, just kind of, learning tales, learning songs, and playing for anybody who will listen.
Hell yeah. And William, how long would you have been here for?
Probably a a few weeks as well, but I've frequented quite often.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You blow in like a tumbleweed and get out.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. So yeah, but in the few weeks you've been here, you've not really noticed him, and you've not heard anything that's been going on about, you know, his underground city. Maybe here and there you've heard people talking about, hey, new act over at the Laughing Mimic. There's a new act and everything, and then nothing. So high profile maybe, but
I don't think anyone would miss him. These are all thoughts in my head, by the way. I need
You
to
were
stop.
saying them
I
in
need to
voice.
stop. I need to stop thinking so loudly. Well, this is how William thinks.
So unconsciously to like step off of like that, can Morwenna just like start feeling like Thal is just being so insufferable? Can she like be gazing over at the bag that's now empty and contemplating if she's gonna hop on now his shoulders and like
you can absolutely be contemplating murder as much as you like.
not murder?
I was planning on waiting till the second or third session before we killed John.
Murder, mayhem, maiming. Oh, think all of the thoughts that you would like.
And I'm just staring into the sky, kind of playing my lute happily, thinking about all the beautiful, you know, nature that the sea has to bring me in the coming years.
Will has been like twitching while he's thinking to himself and like fiddling, and it's annoying Faelin from her rest. So she's gonna like ruffle her feathers a little bit, hop on down, and she's surprisingly fast on her little clawed feet.
God.
Oh my gosh, she's so pretty.
Can I like hop off of William? Morwenna's gonna hop off of William and she's gonna jump onto Thal's shoulder and she's gonna try to put this bag over his head. Is it big enough?
How big's your bag?
Tell us, how big is your
gonna
bag?
fit your head.
Can you stick your head in the bag?
My bag?
Yeah, the bag she stole from you, the
Oh
coin
no,
bag.
it was
Is
tiny. Yeah,
Thal
no,
from
I
her-
have my own little like fancy like sea elf coin bag that's like really nice and laced with silver and gold and like blue, all stashed in my like shirt, like underneath my shirt. But the one that I gave was just like a little shitty brown sack that probably held peanuts at some point. So it's no bigger than maybe like that, like a soda can length sideways would probably be the biggest thing you could fit in it.
So
Got
cut
it.
to I'm trying to shove this on your head. What are you thinking?
I immediately stopped playing and I'm like, oh, what the fuck? And I like
It goes over like one ear.
You get an ear in there, but that's it.
oh, fucking stop, you son of a bitch. And I'm like fighting. Marina's just hardcore.
I remember now when I don't talk to people, freaks of nature. God damn.
Morwenna's gonna hop off and be like, at least you're quiet now.
Ouch. Damn, okay, I'm sorry. I'll stay the fuck away. I got it. Jeez. And I'll kind of like just strap my loot over my back. Whoa, I don't want any problems.
Oh man.
All things considered, he really hasn't been that annoying yet.
No.
I'm just barely starting.
How far, like, how big is the line? How long are we going to have to wait here before we can actually see Marjorie?
It is huge. About basically every non-faction pirate has swarmed, and there's a few people with enough vibrancy throughout that you recognize them for a few of the different factions. Like you see a golden scarab, you see a painted lady, you see some people who are switching ships or at least trying, but there's no huge presence from those people here. You get the feeling that like, from what you know about Kura Kura, just because you were so familiar with this place, again, no role necessary. You know that they usually send like maybe a ship or two to keep in the know, but they stick to their own little faction islands for the most part and go delving out into the sea elsewhere. So this was more sending representatives, and some representatives have decided they might change allegiances, that's pretty shocking. That's pretty shocking. Usually if you get into a faction, you kind of stick with it, or you just leave that and go solo. But it is a very long line, though. It is a very long line, But go ahead and roll me. Just roll me an intelligence check. Just to see if what kind of, just to see.
Okay, not bad. Not bad. Hang on. A 16.
16. Okay, fantastic. You figure if you just take your group and walk past everybody, nobody will stop you, or if they do, bar fight might ensue, but those are, the rules are basically you can brawl as long as you want, as long as you don't kill nobody. Magic in the fight's not really allowed, but it's not like people still do it, but you can't hold back a spell and you're trying not to kill people. But you also know that there is the local bazaar is here, where all of the different merchant ships and all the smaller groups who don't really get a huge time to shine and who manage to make it through all these different faction ships without getting pirated sometimes have some fun stuff there. You can maybe kill a bit of time waiting for the line to go down, hoping that your place stays, or you could try to attempt to stealth and go in the back door of the hut.
I'm not opposed to that. Would my being in line deter anyone?
Ooh, that depends. Are you kind of flaunting that you're here now, or are you still trying to?
I think I have no choice. I have an a group with me that I'm concerned to stealth with. Is what I'll say.
That with that intelligence check, that is a pretty yep. That's probably a pretty good thought to have.
I am going to play it up a little bit. Make sure that on these docks, my leather boots are heard thumping, and that my coat is billowing slightly as I attempt to just walk past a lot of the line.
Hell yeah. Make me an intimidation check.
Okay.
And I will say, go ahead and roll it with advantage.
I was going to say, did my guidance just disappear since you got that nat one?
Oh, wait.
It wouldn't have counted for the nat one. I think it's only for 60 seconds though. So if you want to recast it, that's up to you. But
if you'd like to, you can. Yeah.
Nah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
No.
I don't know if I'll need it. That's going to be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Fantastic. The first step, people are aware of, but nobody cares. And it's the second one when they start to turn, and the third when a chill seems to go down their spine once they turn and recognize you. There's one whisper and another, and then a sea of, is that guy? I think that's Billy Grimm. No, he's just a story. No. All stories come from somewhere, someone whispers. And before your eyes, there is a bunch of disgruntled, some scared, some intimidated, some looking like they might want to square up, and then their buddy just baps them on the head and they kind of back up. And you are able to, if you'd like, walk through the line as they part for you.
I'll do so.
Hell yeah.
A fine day to join a crew, I'll say as I pass a couple of them and just continue walking.
That absolutely sends a little shockwave scatter, and people are moving even faster out of your way. There seems to be a general consensus of if he's looking to join up, we're going to wait to see where he goes.
This has been Tales of Yavon, the Pirate Table. Above swindling seas, the Empire Table delves into magical mysteries. Be sure to follow their side of the story to uncover more about the world of Yavon. Follow the show to stay ahead of what lies in wait. And if you're enjoying the journey, please leave a review. It brings more wayward souls into the story. Until next time, fair weather and smooth sailing, me hearties.